Hi, this is Tracy Makarenko. It is October 29th, and I'm here to do your angel card reading for November 2014. This month, I'm going to be using Doreen Virtue's Fairy Cards. This is the very, very first deck of cards I ever owned outside of a tarot deck. Pretty sure I got my tarot deck about 2 years before I got these cards. My sister gave them to me as a Christmas present, December 2000, I believe it was, December of 2000. And I use these cards daily. I use them in the morning and I use them at night for probably 3 years solid. In the morning, I'd pull a card to see what I needed to know for the day, so something to work towards. And then in the evening, I'd pull a card and see what I learned for the day. And sometimes I'd pull the same card, and other times I'd pull something else. And occasionally I'd pull the same card multiple days in a row, which, of course, when you start using cards, it's pretty cool and scary when the same card starts repeating itself. But that's the thing about cards, is you start getting used to their energy and you start trusting them and believing in what they have to tell you. I have encountered over the last about 6 or 8 weeks different people who are interested in using the cards, but they don't want to believe what's being said. The cards don't lie, and the cards don't have an agenda. The cards, I don't mean to be rude, but they don't care. They're just doing what you ask them to do. When you ask them for information, they just offer that information. They're not hurt if you don't take that information. It doesn't bother them at all. So if you want to use them as a tool, by all means, I tell you it's one of the best tools you can do to help really move yourself in a lot of different ways forward, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. But the biggest part about the cards is learning how to trust. Trust yourself and trust them and trust the people around you. So this deck is pretty special to me. And so I'm going to pull 3 cards and let's see what's going on for November. All right. So the first card here is detoxification. And to me, because she's in a bath and or in a pond of water, a lake, a stream, a waterfall, whatever it is, it brings to me more about purification. So not so much detoxification, but as purification, you want to get rid of all the old stuff that no longer serves you. So you want to start fresh. It's like being reborn. So some of those emotional bound or emotional ties you have that are holding you from moving forward, it's time to untie them and let go. So let's just try a visualization. If there's something that's been nagging at you for a while, let's say somebody in your life you feel is holding you back, or a situation that's holding you back, or part of yourself that's holding you back, your ego or something like that, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to go internally and I want you to connect with that person or situation or a part of yourself. And I think a part of myself that's been holding me back lately is, and I hate to say it, is laziness. Since I finished writing my book and I've had some downtime, I actually really, really enjoy doing nothing. So I've become a bit lazy, and this part of me is holding me back because there's so much I want to do, but it's stopping me from working at my full potential. So with your eyes closed, I want you to pick that thing, whether it's a person or a situation or a part of yourself or something else that's coming up for you. And I want you to see that in your body, where that situation lies. And for me, my laziness kind of lies in my legs. I can see my legs. They're kind of tied together, bound together with cloth, because I want you to see something that's wrapped, something that's closed off. And so for me, I see it wrapped up almost like gauze. And you might see a nice big bow on there. The gauze might be really yucky, like something's been seeping out. Remember, we're working on more of a purification. And so however you want to get rid of that part of you that's bounded together, I want you to do that. So I'm actually going to visually use scissors to cut away at that, at the cloth that's binding my legs and causing me to be lazy or stagnant. And I'm having a hard time when I get down to about my knees. So however you want to do it, maybe you just see it peeling away. Maybe you've transformed it into something else. Maybe it's a chunk and it's not being wrapped up and closed. There, I'm down to my feet and I'm cutting the last. Oh, now there's more around my feet I've got to cut off. And then I'm going to separate it because it's actually a little bit, it's not cloth soft, it's more like cast heavy. And there it is, and I'm going to take it, the full cast off the other side, and I'm going to drop it to Mother Earth. And I've just freed up my legs to allow myself to move forward. So in a purification, you're getting rid of something that isn't helping you work to your full potential. However you want to take that. If you feel that the card detoxification works better for you, then by all means work towards that. But because of the pool of water, for me, that's what I'm gaining from here. And after you get rid of whatever has been binding you together, I want you to visualize a little dropper. And the ointment inside this dropper is a healing ointment. And I want you to just take out the dropper out of the bottle, and I just want you to drop it whatever part of your body you just healed. Front and back. For me, it's all down my legs, front and back and side. I can even give it a little rub in so that that part can heal and stay healthy and not go back to that place again. So the second card is dreams coming true. So of course, as we get rid of things, and for me, my laziness means that I can work more towards my dreams, the things I want to accomplish, what I want to do. The big thing right now is I want to move more into doing holistic coaching. And I'm really excited about it because I do coaching already with my clients for my hands-on healing, but this just takes it up to another level of powerful work for me. And so that's part of my dreams coming true. And if my legs stay bound and I stay lazy, I don't get that accomplished. So whatever your dream is, my guess is whatever you just released is going to allow you to move a little bit closer to getting these dreams coming true. Now, the other part is you don't stop at that. There might be another layer and another layer and another layer that you need to release to purify your body down to a place where your dreams can come true. So allow that to happen and allow the change to take place on a metaphysical level so that it can transform into a physical level. So if we as healers can see things happening in the body 3 months before they show up in the physical body, and I'm talking about illnesses and like cancer and other diseases, then definitely it takes somewhere around 3 months for it to at least start as a seed, a speck within your brain of something you want to do. You need to plant that and allow it to grow and work towards it. So you don't just plant it and walk away. It's just like planting a real seed. You have to water it. You have to give it nourishment with the sun. And as it grows, you need to pay attention to it. You can't just start ignoring it. So a lot of the dreams we manifest, we need to pay attention to. We need to keep nurturing it and maybe tweaking it, just like a tree needs to be pruned and trimmed every so often to make it fuller and bigger. We need to look at our dreams and decide what part needs to be thrown away from those dreams and what else needs to be added to give it a larger blossom, or to grow even bigger than we could possibly imagine. So the last card is be honest with yourself. So when we're transforming ourselves into something so we can move forward into our dreams and letting go of things we no longer need, and I know you've heard this from me before, it's really necessary for us to be truthful about what we want as our end product. I know what my end product is, and I know what I want to do now. But there's a lot of things necessary for me to do between here and there. And some of those things I don't feel like doing right now. Is that part of my laziness, or is it because the timing's not right? So for me, that would be one of the things I'd need to look at about being honest with myself. What do I really, really want to accomplish as my end result? And am I willing to do what's necessary to go from A to B? And sometimes we need to put that down. You can take a piece of paper, you can put your goal in the middle, and from your goal, you can mark off different things about how you're going to get there. And when you write them down, really connect with them and decide if they're your truth, if that's really what you want to do. So, I'm trying to think of a good example. There's a lot of things that I want to do, but truth be told, I don't want to do them all this very minute. So right now, all I want to do is really build up my practice to another level of where I'm coaching people. So all the other things, the speaking engagements and the teaching and the writing, all these things are still a part of what I want to accomplish. But if I were to take my energy and spread it out between all of that, I might not get the first chunk that I really want to do, which is coach. So to be honest with yourself, you need to decide what is most important in this minute. What can you do right now? So often we put so much pressure on ourselves to accomplish all of these projects, and these projects do need to be accomplished, but are they your main goal right now? Can they wait and be accomplished down the road a little bit? And maybe getting rid of some of the layers within you when you release those layers to get to your purification. Maybe that's when you'll find out what is important in your heart at this very minute. And it's like anything, if you want to live in the now, you want to be in this moment, you need to be truthful to what you need to do right now in this minute. So I hope that's not too scattered for you. I hope you realize that we need to start simplifying our lives a little bit. We want so much, and it's not that we can't have it. We can totally have it, but sometimes we jump into the lake instead of just checking to see what the water's like first. You know, is it cold? Is there something in it we should know about? We need to sometimes slow things down, and especially in this intuitive age, we can be a little bit more impulsive at times, because when we get a thought, we think we have to act on it. And sometimes acting on it immediately isn't necessary. So I hope you have a wonderful month of November, and I hope you keep this close in mind each and every day, and go to that moment of now and see what you need to release in order to do the next thing that's on your list, or you feel that's true to your heart. And I wish you all well.